Konnichiwa minasan, Nihongo no gakusei desu. In this lesson, we will learn the extra modest expressions in Japanese. So this is kenjōgo, kenjōgo. Okay, so we have learned so far from those of you who have been watching or have been studying Japanese that we have a hierarchy of speeches in Japanese. So we have the very first one, kodaketa Nihongo. Kodaketa Nihongo, the casual language. That is the casual form of the verbs. After that, we also learned the polite language, the mass form, polite language. And that is called tenego, tenego. So tenego is part of the keigo language or the honorific language. And we have learned in the last lesson the sonkeigo, sonkeigo. That is the respectful language, which is also called honorific. So honorific / respectful language, sonkeigo. Now we're going to learn kenjōgo, kenjōgo, the humble language. So we use the kenjōgo language when we want to talk modestly of our action, not the action of others, when we want to sound modest and respectful in our speech in order to show an extra amount of deference to the person that we are talking to. And most of the time, the kenjōgo language is used during very formal occasions only, such as interviews, or in business settings when employees talk to customers, okay? So we do not use this even when we want to be polite, okay? When we want to be polite, we use the mass form. But in these settings here, we use the humble language. So we have already learned all the hierarchy of speeches. We have the casual form, that is iru. This is the basic one. And then its polite form is imasu. And the respectful form, which we have learned in the last lesson, is irashaimasu. Irashaimasu. Okay? So respectful when you want to exalt or give honor to the person that you are talking to. And then we have the extra modest expression, orimasu. Okay? So we have orimasu. Iru, imasu, irashaimasu, orimasu. And orimasu, because it is an extra modest expression, we use the mass form. Okay? So we have orimasu, orimasen, orimashita, orimasen deshita. We do not use the casual form when using the extra modest expressions. That is just too incongruent. So we have the next, iku. Iku, its polite form, ikimasu, respectful, irashaimasu, and its extra modest is mairimasu, mairimasu, the mass form of mairu. So this is the conjugations, mairimasu, mairimasen, mairimashita, mairimasen deshita. Kuru, kuru, to come, polite form, kimasu, kimasu, the respectful form, irashaimasu again. And its extra modest expression is mairimasu again, mairimasu. So we have the same conjugations. Mairimasu, mairimasen, mairimashita, mairimasen deshita. Then next verb we have iu. Iu, to say. The polite form, iimasu, iimasu. Respectful, oshaimasu, oshaimasu, from osharu, oshaimasu. Then the extra modest expression, moshimasu, moshimasu, from mosu. So the conjugations are moshimasu, moshimasen, moshimashita, moshimasen deshita. Next verbs, suru, suru, to do. So suru, shimasu, the polite form. Nasaimasu, the respectful form, from nasaru, nasaimasu. And then the extra modest, itashimasu, itashimasu, from itasu, itashimasu. The conjugations are itashimasu, itashimasen, itashimashita, itashimasen deshita. For taberu, The polite form is, of course, tabemasu. The respectful form, meshi agarimasu. Meshi agarimasu. And then the extra modest is itadakimasu. Itadakimasu. Okay? So that is the expression before eating. So itadakimasu. It comes from itadaku. The conjugations are itadakimasu, itadakimasen, itadakimashita, itadakimasen deshita. Next verb, nomu. Nomu, polite, nomimasu. Respectful, it's the same, meshi agarimasu. Extra modest, itadakimasu again. From itadaku, and we have the same conjugation. Itadakimasu, itadakimasen, itadakimashita, itadakimasen deshita. Aru, casual form. Aru, there is. So, aru, arimasu, and the respectful is, there is none. For the extra modest, that is gozaimasu. Gozaimasu. And then gozaimasu, or its casual form, gozaru. The conjugations are gozaimasu, gozaimasen, gozaimashita, gozaimasen deshita. And then we have the teiru form. So teiru, teimasu. The respectful is te irashaimasu. Te irashaimasu. Then the extra modest, te orimasu. Te orimasu. And then the conjugations are te orimasu, te orimasen, te orimashita, te orimasen deshita. Okay, so here we have the casual form, dictionary form of des, which means is. It has no respectful form, but its extra modest is de gozaimasu, de gozaimasu. De gozaimasu comes from de gozaru, de gozaru. And de gozaimasu is conjugated as de gozaimasu, de gozaimasen, de gozaimashita, de gozaimasen deshita. Alright. Since we use this extra modest expression, it is used with watakushi, the extra modest equivalent of watashi. So watakushi wa. Watakushi wa rainen mo Nihon ni orimasu. I will be in Japan next year too. Okay. So this statement is used when introducing yourself at a job interview. Watakushi wa rainen no 6月に大学を卒業いたしました。I graduated in university in June or June this year. So here, we're talking about the respect to the listeners that we are talking to. Okay? These verbs, orimasu, itashimasu, are used in these kinds of situation during job interviews. Watakushi wa 1年間 Nihongo wo benkyou shite orimasu. I have been studying Japanese for 1 year. So, 勉強しております comes from 勉強しています. Again, same context, introducing yourself at a job interview. 私は木村武史と申します. So, と申します means my name is. So, my name is Takeshi Kimura. と申します comes from と言います. So here we use this in the context of talking about our own family or company, or when talking to customers or during public service announcements. 電車が参ります. 電車が参ります. So 参ります is the extra modest expression of kimasu. So the train is coming, the train is pulling in. So when you are one of the train station employees, the eki-in, we use 参ります. 電車が参ります. お手洗いは2階でございます. The bathroom is on the second floor. So here, when customers ask us, we use de gozaimasu instead of des. Gozaimasu and de gozaimasu are very stylized and rarely heard outside business related situations. So here, the de gozaimasu word should not be used when speaking with your friends or even with strangers, even with your boss or with professor. Okay? So they are mostly heard in business related situations. De gozaimasu. Another note, since extra modest expressions are used to put the subject in a modest light. So I, the subject of the sentence. These extra modest expressions are not to be used for any other persons. For example, sensei wa ashita gakkou ni mairimasu ka? So this is wrong. This is wrong because sensei is another person, okay? And mairimasu, the extra modest expressions, is used, for example, when we are talking about ourselves and we want to be modest. Okay? Instead, we say, Sensei wa ashita gakkou ni irashaimasu ka? So here, we use the honorific form, the respectful form. So we give exaltation. We give honor to our professor by using the respectful or honorific language. So, irashaimasu ka instead of mairimasu. Okay, so let's practice. We're going to change the following into the extra modest expressions. So here, for example, iku. Iku, what is its extra modest expression? That is mairimasu, mairimasu. Okay, so here we also have the other examples. Let's try and convert them into the extra modest expressions. You can pause the video and try and think or replay the video and try and find out the answers. First, for taberu, we have itadakimasu, itadakimasu. For iyu, we have moushimasu, moushimasu. For kuru, we have mairimasu. For suru, we have itashimasu, itashimasu. For iru, we have orimasu, orimasu. For aru, gozaimasu, gozaimasu. For nomu, we have itadakimasu again, itadakimasu. For there is over there it is over there. Achirada. So achirada, its extra modest expression is achira de gozaimasu. So da is the casual form of des. And des, its extra modest expression equivalent is de gozaimasu. So achira de gozaimasu. It's over there. Okay, so you are introducing yourself and giving a business card. So you want to say, my name is Tanaka. Pleased to meet you. This is Tanaka to moushimasu. Yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Tanaka to moushimasu. Yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. So as you can see here, yoroshiku onegai itashimasu is used in business settings. In polite settings, we just say yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Okay? Next, you are a train station attendant. So you want to say the train is coming. So we say densha ga mairimasu. Densha ga mairimasu. So this is the expression that the Japanese people say before eating. And that is itadakimasu, itadakimasu. So it has many meanings, but one of its meaning is thanking or giving thanks for what you are receiving. A tourist guide showing the Tokyo Sky Tree to the tourists. So over there is the Tokyo Sky Tree. あちらが東京スカイツリーでございます。こちらが東京スカイツリーでございます。Over there is the Tokyo Sky Tree. Next, you are a mall employee and you want to tell the customer the bathroom is on the second floor. So, お手洗いは2階にございます。So, ございます is the extra modest expression of ある。お手洗いは2階にございます。Lastly, somebody called and your father is outside. So you want to say, my father is out right now, using the extra modest expression. 父は今出かけております。父は今出かけております。So, おります is the extra modest expression of います。Okay? Alright, thank you for listening and watching. And if you like my video and my channel, please consider subscribing and leaving a comment in the comment section below. Thank you for watching and I hope you have learned something.